What's up, Heat Nation? Welcome back to the Heat Report. And guys, you guessed it. The Miami Heat have disappointed us once again this season by losing to the Chicago Bulls, who do not have their best player in Zach LaVine, who lost to the Miami Heat and who were losing to the Miami Heat by almost 20 a couple days ago. And now we have lost to the Chicago Bulls. We have blown the chance to get to the 6th seed as of right now. We still have a chance to get there in the future, but we had a chance to go there right now and we absolutely blew it. Very, very disappointing game. Very, very questionable decisions by the coaching, by some of the players. A lot of things that need to be, addressed. And granted, the Miami Heat did not have some of their key players, but this was an unacceptable loss in my opinion. And it just shows that no matter who we're playing, we can always get beaten. And this is far too late in the season for us to be losing games like this. So I'm very, very disappointed in this team. Very, very disappointed in this team's performance tonight. And I'm sure you guys are too, but we're going to talk about it today. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video. Comment down below what you guys thought about this loss. Again, we're not here to, put the blame on anyone. Just here to assess the loss and assess what we saw. And this is a very terrible performance. Absolutely terrible. The guys in the first quarter I thought played really well, defended really well. And then the second quarter, they fought back. The third quarter, I thought Jimmy Butler kind of took over. And then the fourth quarter was the worst one of them all. Duncan Robinson left the game due to an illness in the middle of it. Not sure what the full, disclosure description of that illness is. I'm recording this video. The game just ended. I'm recording it right now, so I have no clue what's going on with Duncan Robinson. I'm just recording this right now because I had to get this off my chest. I do not want to think about this loss when I'm going to sleep. I probably will, but I do not want to have this loss weighing in my mind while I'm going to sleep with such a disappointing performance. So I'm recording this right after the game is finished. Keep that in mind. Duncan Robinson hasn't had an illness. He left during the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Fourth quarter, we collapsed. I do not think that's just a coincidence. That should show all the fans why Duncan Robinson is so important to this team, because we were actually pretty much in control of that game until he left. Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn are two guys who did not play since the beginning of this game. Hero was out due to a foot injury, and Kendrick Nunn was out due to neck spasms. So they should be day-to-day / questionable injuries for the next game. But we really, really missed their shot creation ability. Whatever you guys think about Tyler or Kendrick, there are two guys that can create their own shot. Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. When Max Strus is not hitting his threes, and when Gabe Vincent, don't even get me started, man. I'm struggling to figure out what he brings to this team. I know defensively he's a pit bull, and you can give as much effort as you want. I love his hustle. I love his energy on the defensive end. But you have to be able to knock down open threes. I don't even know what the stats were, but they were bad. I can tell you right now that he had 3 points, and I think it was like 1-3 in the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. But played 30 minutes, and he had 3 points. That's not gonna cut it. Duncan Robinson wasn't hitting his threes, but you see the respect that he gains when he's out there on the floor. You see how teams defend. When he's out there on the floor, they're always cautious that he's gonna get open. The Bulls really tightened up their defense on him from the first game, and it allowed a lot of it kind of stifled our offense a little bit, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Duncan Robinson wasn't knocking down his threes. I thought he got some clean looks. He just wasn't knocking them down. Jimmy Butler had a great game. He did miss the layup, which I don't know. I want to say that's just a missed layup, but when I looked at the replay, it looked like he was trying to draw contact more than he was actually trying to make the basket, which is something that he's been guilty of a lot this season. Either he's when he's driving to the rim, he's going to try to draw a foul rather than make the basket. And then the second thing is that when he has a wide open layup or a dunk, he passes it out for a three. He did that in the first quarter, and I went ballistic. I thought Dedmon gave us some really, really quality minutes. This is the thing. Hear me out, guys. The Chicago Bulls at the end, to close out the game, had Lauri Markkanen, Daniel Theis, and Nikola Vucevic all on the floor at the same time. We had our front court consisted of Jimmy Butler at 6'6", Trevor Ariza, if I'm not mistaken, at 6'8", and Bam at 6'9". Against 3 probably 7-footers. Tice might be 6'11". You can see the disparity that, you know, we had on the glass during that period. And when we were driving to the rim, you know, they were blocking everything. They did miss a couple goaltends, which was ridiculous by the referees. You know, I wanted someone to go out there and cuss them out because that's unacceptable, those goaltends. But I mean, we can't harp on those goaltends. We should have been way better in this game. They out-rebounded us 51 to 34. 51 to 34, and had 33 assists to our 18. And that's where it comes down to. The only reason we were remotely close in this game was because of the amount of turnovers we forced, which I credit our defense. I thought our defense was good until we let Vucevic, you know, just start getting open looks down there in the paint with Bam switched off him. I really don't understand with those 3 centers why Gabe Vincent was in the game and Dwayne Dedmon was not. Because if you would Dwayne Dedmon, you would have the front court of him, Bam, and Ariza at the 3. You can play Jimmy at the 2. Jimmy at the 2 is fine. He started off his career as a shooting guard. And you still have Goran at the 1. And I thought Goran, there's something not right with Goran. Every time, you know, he has a couple flashes where he looks like he's back, and then it's just back to what we've been seeing for the majority part of the season, where he's just not explosive. You know, the Goran Dragic that we know is a Goran Dragic that is explosive, attacking to the rim. Vucevic was playing some ridiculous drop coverage, and I remember that it was flashbacks to the Bucks series where Brook Lopez was sagging and Goran Dragic was exploiting him. In this game against Vucevic, who was giving him the same treatment, he wasn't capitalizing, which shows me that there's something that's not right with him. Our bench looked like they were playing for the Shanghai Sharks rather than the Miami Heat. Apart from Dwayne Dedmon, no one really did anything. Okpala played 3 minutes. KZ Okpala played 3 minutes, man. Like, everyone's talking about why are people saying play KZ? Whenever he plays, he's been playing terrible. How do you expect him to get a rhythm when he's been thrown out 3 minutes one game, and then next game he'll be thrown out for 15? The next game he won't play at all. You have to give him consistency. Not everyone can be Kendrick Nunn, who has an elite level mentality where no matter what happens, he's staying ready. There's a very few players who have that amount of, you know, unflappable ability, as John Carty likes to say. KZ Okpala, you can't expect him to do much when he's been thrown out in spurts. 3 minutes here, 2 minutes there, 15 minutes one game, DNPs for the next 5. Like, that's not gonna cut it. Same with Bjelica. I don't blame them. I don't blame Bjelica. I don't blame KZ. I don't blame Gabe or Max. What do you want them to do? They've barely been getting minutes, and when they've been playing, they've been looking out of sorts because they're not in rhythm. You cannot blame these dudes for, you know, especially KZ and Bjelica. They haven't played at all. I mean, at least Gabe Vincent and Max Strus played earlier in the season, when we had all these COVID protocols and all that. But KZ and Nemanja, like, when is it the last time Bjelica even played? I don't even remember the last time Bjelica played. So you can't say they're the reason we lost when this is really their first opportunity in a long time. After the Spurs game, KZ didn't play against the Bulls, which was really surprising. He didn't play against the Hawks either. And I thought he played some great defense against the Spurs. So I don't know. I really don't know what the thought process was behind that. Dwayne Dedmon looked like a very, very good a breath of fresh air off the bench. Just kind of struggling as to why he did not close out when they had the 3 centers on the floor. We really missed Iguodala's playmaking ability, as I said. Hero's shot creation, Nunn's shot creation. Hopefully they're going to be back because we really need them. You know, they're very key players to our team. And yeah, This is unacceptable, man. Like this is one of the more favorable games on our schedule. Losing to the Bulls without Zach LaVine. I know we didn't have some of our guys, but come on. Zach LaVine is their leading scorer. We made Daniel Tice look like prime Shaq today. 12 rebounds, 23 points. He was all over the place. You know, it was the effort was terrible. We play the Spurs. I think we play them on Wednesday. We better bounce back because it's getting to crunch time, and thank God the Hawks and the Knicks lost. But we really missed a trick. Because we could have gone over the Celtics today, and we did not capitalize. And we're still stuck at that 7th seed. And the Hornets are now only a half game behind us as well right now, because we have equaled the amount of losses that they have. And out of the 4 teams, the Hawks, the Knicks, the Hornets, the Celtics and us, I believe we have the second hardest schedule. So it's not going to get any easier, man. If you wanted an easy game, this was probably it, because the Bulls did not have Zach LaVine, and we completely got outplayed by them. So shout out to Billy Donovan for devising a game plan that would shut our offense in the 4th quarter down. Hopefully Duncan Robinson's illness isn't that serious, because he really brings a lot to our team that cannot be written in box scores and all that stuff. He really brings a lot to our team that's understated. It looks like the 2 games that are going to be the make or break of the season are going to be the 2 against the Celtics, and because they and us are probably vying for that 6th spot. The way the Hawks and Knicks have been playing, I know they both lost today, but the Hawks and Knicks are just really hot right now, and the Celtics and us are still trying to figure it out. So those 2 games against the Celtics are going to prove to be crucial. But we really, like we have done in so many other occasions this season, have missed so many opportunities to take advantage of shorthanded teams and move up in the standings. And we have completely blown that opportunity today, and we're probably not going to get that opportunity again this season. Hopefully we do, but if we're in the play-in, and if we don't make the playoffs, or something miraculous that way happens, and if we're stuck at that 7th seed, we only have ourselves to blame, which is telling, because the way that people have been called out on this team, Jimmy has called out the whole team. This loss ain't Jimmy's fault. Y'all can talk about the missed layup, but he was the reason we were in it for so long. So, yeah, crazy, absolutely unacceptable performance to the Bulls. Hopefully we bounce back against the Spurs and the Cavs. Those should be wins for us, but I'm not going to pencil anything in from now onwards, because we've been losing too many games that we should be winning. And yeah, the schedule is not getting any easier, so we got to make sure we take care of our business, and hopefully we get our guys back, because we really miss Iguodala, Nunn, Hero, and Robinson. And yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys did not enjoy that performance tonight, though, so make sure you guys tell me down in the comment section below what you guys think about it. Before I close out, I do have to get to the question of the day from my guy KD1111, who asked, why do role players go crazy against Miami? For example, KCP. Also, congratulations on 400. Thank you for 400 subscribers. You guys are absolutely the GOATs. In my mind, the reason why these role players go crazy against us is because they're usually guards, and I think our guard defense is terrible. So it's kind of free cheese every time, especially our bench, and our starters for that matter. These random guards always go off because our guards cannot play defense at all. I think Duncan Robinson competes, but he's just not physically strong enough. Tyler Hero is not strong enough, and doesn't even compete sometimes. Goran Dragic, Kendrick Nunn are way too small. And I think Kendrick Nunn has been getting better, but I think it's been the guard defense why these role players go crazy against us. So yeah, hopefully we play the Hornets soon. Malik Monk, he doesn't have that game that he has always against us, because it's gonna be tough to beat them if Malik Monk is going crazy again. yeah, and that's it for question of the day. If you guys have any other questions that you need me to answer, leave them down in the comments up below. I've been doing question of the day for the past couple of videos. It's been pretty fun to see your questions. So yeah, get those in the comment section, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Peace.